Hey, good morning, people. Let's do Prada L'Homme today, and it's gonna be a sample review first of all, official sample, and I'll let you know my initial thoughts on it and how much I like this fragrance, or I do not like it. Should I recommend it or whatnot? And I'll let you know in a bit. So the sample is here, like this or so, and before this, I actually bought the flanker of it, which was Prada L'Homme Intense. This was actually a recommendation by brother Vishal Singh, who's a very good friend of mine from India. So I really love this fragrance. This is the original Prada L'Homme with patchouli and some darkness of leather and stuff like that. Very high class juice. This one, it's a compliment garner. It's a beautiful underrated juice. Uh, Perhaps one of the best from this house actually. I also have happened to have reviewed before few other fragrances. If you haven't checked out, do check out. I have reviewed Prada Black EDP. This is the Luna Rosa Black. I also have a small sample of Luna Rosa Sport. I haven't reviewed that. I think it's somewhere there. It's not here. Then I did review these other two gems from this house. I think they're getting harder to find. Prada Amber, this one, and Prada Amber Intense. So far, you guys know this is my most favorite Prada at this moment. Also reviewed a few days back Prada. This is the second flanker of this line, Prada L'Homme Lou. So I reviewed this. Check out my review on this one. This is a beautiful fragrance as well, but I felt like perhaps not full bottle worthy at this moment. But let's look at Prada L'Homme. I have a bet going on with one of my brothers. His name is Brother Tanvir. At this moment, he's very sick. I really pray for his quick recovery. He's having some serious sickness at this point, so he's a very good friend of me in the community. So we have a thing going. If Brother Tanvir, if you're watching, he thought I have bought the full bottle. I haven't quite, but I got the sample. You can buy these samples from USB page in Bangladesh, UK shopping from BD. Ifran Bhai has these samples and very good services. I always go and collect. I have purchased few more samples, and I'll be reviewing them in short time. And in nearby time, I plan to review. I bought the bottle of this one. I told you, Fog Explore. I actually went out and bought it, but this bottle is leaking for some reason. I don't know. If you see the juice coming, it's a very nice fragrance, but it's leaking a little bit. I don't know why is that, but I think it's probably this atomizer, something wrong with it. Anyway, it's a nice fragrance. Okay, I'll review this soon, and also a few other samples that I got. I'll review them as well. Very nice fragrances. So let's look at Prada L'Homme. Prada L'Homme, what is it? Prada L'Homme is a fragrance many people consider is overrated, and I was one of them, and actually perhaps still one of them. And Steven Redolessence, Steven says this is one of his fragrances he's not a very big fan of. So there are a lot of mixed emotions, and I do take everything with very utmost respect. And I personally said this fragrance is never bottle worthy. It's too simple, too safe, and it's a nice fragrance, but for the price, it's perhaps not full bottle worthy. But let's see what we get. So this is how the bottle looks. I really like this bottle. It looks just like this shape, but this bottle a little bit cooler, but it's very difficult to see juice level unless you put it like this and you put it in the light. Then only you can see some juice moving in there. Otherwise you cannot tell where is the juice. This one you can see through bottle, and very nice. It's a nice grip. It will come with nice grip here, sort of like a fake leather, and it will have a nice cap with the Prada written on it. And the bottom is going to be like this, but it will be like a kind of like a bluish glass. Okay, and the sample is in there, 1.5 mil. And let's spray this and let me tell you my thoughts. Okay, so this hand is kind of empty. Let's go. This is how that sample looks. All right, let's go. I know the smell already because I tried it a couple of times. Here you go. Okay, one. Let's go two. Very soft sprayer, but the original bottle, they have very good sprayers. Okay, so this fragrance, I think this is known for its iris and clean, soapy, floral sort of feel. Okay, so what I get from Prada L'Homme, it's just a daytime version of Prada L'Homme Intense. If you see my review on Prada L'Homme Intense, I gave it like a masterpiece, 10 out of 10. This fragrance, it has that original DNA because this is where the other two flanker came from. So after using this fragrance after a long time, I last tried this thing probably when it came out first. I was not very impressed, because you guys know my love for this one. Compared to this one, I say Prada Amber Puram. This fragrance is a masterpiece. I gave it like underrated gem 10. One of my reviews, I think I gave it perfect 10. It's spicy, masculine, fresh, clean out of laundry, high class bar of soap. It has a lot of amber in it. It's a beautiful little fragrance that lasts a long time. So performance wise, perhaps this one also is behind the Prada Amber, but how far behind, right? So where does it stand in my whole Prada experience? So I tried it, like over time, if you do not have so many other fragrance that's coming out that is very interesting, you often tend to go back to your older fragrances, see if something is like worthy of full bottle or not. So that's what you do. You sample a few other fragrance from older times. So when I sniff it, of course, you guys know this is what Jeremy hyped, and many people love it as an office scent, safe, fresh, like it's not very beast mode projector or longevity beast, but this one actually they said, Jeremy said this is great for office wearing, and I do agree. This is that kind of fragrance. So what I pick up from this is it's very, first of all, very fresh and very smooth fragrance. There's no alcohol blast. Like it opens up very, very safe. When you sniff it, it does smell like a little bit like a bar of soap, but not super soapy. Okay, it's kind of like transparent, watery kind of fragrance. So that iris, it's gonna be there. Little bit citrus. I pick up a little bit citrus, and I didn't look at the notes breakdown. And then there's some florals in it. That's it, pretty much basic, and there's some musk that will appear in the last stage of the perfume. And I see how many sprays you have to go with it. I think you have to go heavy on the sprayer. This one, if you really want to make it last, this fragrance doesn't last long on me. Still, after 2-3 wearings, even till today, I didn't get more than 4 hours indoors in the AC room like this. Okay, I went like 3-4 sprays. So longevity is not the best, perhaps, but after 4th hour, it's very tame. You have to really do this to sniff it. Okay, it's not gonna project. For projection, it's not also great. It's not very super projector like this one. This one you spray on you, 2-3 sprays. You go out at night time. People will ask you, "What are you wearing? It smells awesome." It's a projection and monster, like projection longevity beast. So compared to this one is lacking in projection as well. So now, who should wear it? I think this is good for professional people who are living in the summer country, and even springtime you can wear it. But this is mostly for summer wearing, as I understand, daytime. And you wear like a nice white shirt, you just take it out of laundry, or it's just a like crisp white clean shirt, or something like a light blue navy shirt. I think this would be ideal with a casual black pants. Okay, and you're wearing like easy hush puppies shoes and stuff like that. That like age for this, I think this is a bit classy fragrance. I think it's kind of 25 and up. It's like young individuals, but not school kids. Okay, because it has a little bit of sophistication. It's think of, I'm not saying this smells like Tom Ford Grey Vetiver, but Grey Vetiver has this subtle, gentlemanly, safe feel also, but at the same time it's kind of like a mature, smart young individual. This is where I get from this one. And I think that from the price point, this is kind of still very expensive. $80, $85 for 100 ml. This is not cheap fragrance. This is almost in the same price bracket as Chanel's and Dior's. So should you buy it? Okay, I'll tell you in the end. So projection longevity, I'll give it like average, okay, and not more than average. Maybe projection is worse than longevity. Longevity is say 4 hours. Projection maybe perhaps very subtle projection for half an hour to 45 minutes. But people come next to you, they know you smell good, smell neutral perhaps. How smell similar this to Dior Homme, people compare it. Dior Homme, that lipsticky vibe that is super intense, it mixes with leather and everything. This one doesn't have it, so it doesn't have that Valentino Uomo even. It's more stronger than this. So yes, so far I talked about all the negativity. So now let's talk about positive. This one smells darn good. Okay, this one smells like fresh, clean laundry and very well groomed young individual. So for that, score. Second, I like the smell now. Okay, I like the smell, and I'm getting this picking up very fresh sort of what do you call the iris note from it, and this light florals. It's just white florals. It's like simplicity of Dior Homme cologne, but that one is citrus. This one has the iris. So clean iris, easy wear. Like a sort of like a. I would imagine this is not EDT. If it was like EDC sort of it's stronger than EDC, but EDC fashion sort of a perfume. So I see this, it's another plus point for summer's time. You don't want to wear something animalic or too heavy, too choking. This is one of the good fragrance to wear, kind of luxurious, up class. You can smell this good class in it. You can wear this in the, like, let's say some programs or some gatherings happening, somewhere you have to attend, wearing like semi-formal, you tucked in. Yeah, I think it's a good fragrance for that. Should I use it casually? I don't think it's that cheap. If you can afford it, definitely buy it. Again, same like Blood Chanel EDP. If you can afford it, go for buying it. Get the 150 ml. You can enjoy the fragrance through and through. You cannot complain. But if you're experiencing, like, you get a little bit bored of this fragrance after wearing it for some time, it's totally understood. Okay, it doesn't do wowza for for me anyway. But I like the smell, like um, not because I'm bored of my other fragrances only, or there's no other fragrance in the market. This one is much better than many other offerings in the market. Very good quality in terms of build quality, good. So it is a kind of like a watery, kind of like citrus, kind of like a clean, fresh, not so much soapy. Like soap has this like intense feel that I get from Prada Amber. This is not that intense. So I think great fragrance. Imagine those cloudy blue skies, like not cloudy like dark clouds. It's like white clouds just flying around in the blue sky. It's a beautiful day, bright day, sunny day. You're in a good mood, you just had your coffee or tea, heading out for work, driving, and you listen to some nice radio music. You can enjoy this absolutely. All right. So I suggest this for working class people, definitely. And if you're a student, but if you're having a little bit cash, you can buy this, no problem. But it's not a must buy. If you have a lot of other Prada, I would not put this before Prada Amber, definitely not. This is ultimate masterpiece. This one is now much cheaper, almost like $20-30 cheaper than this one for the 100 ml bottle. So I suggest you try this side by side. Prada Amber, very awesome looking juice also. So yeah, where does this stand? Somewhere in the middle of all my Prada fragrances. It's not mind blowing. I'll give this like overall, this fragrance is gonna get from me 7 out of 10. Why is it get 7? It's not getting 5 or 6. The reason is it's not a bad fragrance. I don't want to be biased because it's kind of boring and kind of like obvious. It's playing safe. Nothing wrong with safe fragrances. So if you do not like to buy a safe fragrance, avoid it. No problem. It's easily you can call a pass on this because this is damn expensive. But I would rather get it because if I can have some spare cash, I would like to own this fragrance because I like this bottle. I like the way it smells. It's very handsome, very clean, and I like the House of Prada. Okay, so I might buy a full bottle, but not quite sure. But this is like a 7 out of 10 for me, just because the price point. If it goes to $60, it would be very good bargain. Okay, so Prada alone, EDT. This is a good fragrance, not a masterpiece. It's in this time, it's a good fragrance. So I recommend it, but it's not a must buy. It's a try, right? Take care, guys, and do let me know how you feel about this fragrance and how do you like clean soapy scents, right? And I'll talk to you soon. Have a very nice day. Bye bye.